Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
If you're like us, the imminent arrival of the New Vegas themed Fallout Season 2 has got you itching to dive back into the wasteland.
So this is Vegas, huh? I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
But while it's never been easier to enjoy a vanilla journey across the Mojave Wasteland, if you have a backwards compatible Xbox, things aren't so straightforward if you're playing on PC. Anyhow, to get the best experience, you'll often find exhaustive recommendations for specific patches, modifications, and configuration files, to name a few. And even then, compatibility isn't guaranteed. But what if I told you that there's a better way, an easier way? And that comes in the form of Viva New Vegas, a curated collection of over 100 fan-made modifications that offers UI enhancements, content additions to make the world feel more alive,
Peace, traveler.
extensive bug fixes, gameplay tweaks that bring in a slew of modern features, plus visual and animation updates that still respect New Vegas's original vision, and a lot more. While that might sound daunting, especially if you're new to modding, it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. So let's get into it. It should go without saying, but you'll need an English copy of Fallout New Vegas alongside all of its DLC. While New Vegas can be obtained from Steam, GOG, and elsewhere, for this specific install method, only Steam and GOG are supported with the program we'll be using to install Viva New Vegas. Epic Game Store supports a manual install of Viva New Vegas, while the Microsoft Store version isn't supported at all. You'll also need a nexusmods.com account, which is free to create. And lastly, you'll need to download a program called Wabbajack, which is an automated mod list installer that makes the process of installing mod lists, especially ones like Viva New Vegas, which consists of a lot of smaller mods, much easier. But how does it all work? Wabbajack is an automated mod list installer, so instead of spending half a day individually downloading and configuring everything, you'll be up and running in no time. But that doesn't mean you don't have some reading to do. Viva New Vegas comes with its own guide, accessible via this link or through the Wabbajack README file, and as explicitly mentioned, in red, with an important notice at the top, everything in this guide is written down for a reason. It is vital to read everything. You cannot skip any paragraphs/instructions and expect your game to function as it should. In my last video covering the Begin Again collection of mods, I caught a few commenters saying they missed this step, so don't be that person, please. So do yourself a favor and read the introduction, setup, and Wabbajack portions of the Viva New Vegas guide to save yourself from a few headaches. But in the interest of time, here are the important steps, which, by the way, are covered extensively in the VNV guide. Number 1. Install an entirely clean version of Fallout New Vegas in a directory that isn't just a default Windows folder. If you've previously downloaded and played New Vegas before, you might have leftover files that can interfere with the modding process, so make sure to delete those. Number 2. Download the latest version of Wabbajack, creating a space for it outside the default Windows folders. Number 3. Sign into your Nexus Mods account. If you've got Nexus Premium, the download process will be fully automated, as shown on the screen now. If not, you'll need to manually click download for each mod, which is still a lot faster than not using Wabbajack at all and trying to set it up by yourself. Number 4. Find and download the Viva New Vegas collection within Wabbajack, making sure you've selected an empty folder for that install. And number 5, once it's done, follow the rest of the post-install steps as shown in the Viva New Vegas guide. And there you go, after a bit of reading and hours saved, you should have Viva New Vegas up and running. And with one foot in the Mojave Wasteland, now would be a good time to go over all of our favorite improvements. Vanilla UI Plus and Clean Vanilla HUD do a fantastic job of enhancing your PC-specific Fallout experience without compromising on New Vegas' original style, changing what was a more console-friendly UI to something a bit more useful for those using a keyboard and mouse. Other UI enhancements include high-resolution screens and high-res local maps, bump in your Pip-Boy, computer terminals, maps, and more to match your computer's resolution. Retrofuturism is cool and all, but no one wants to deal with 2010 resolutions anymore. The Living Desert is a fantastic content addition, breathing new life into New Vegas with the inclusion of hundreds of additional NPCs traveling and reacting to the world based on your choices throughout the game. Whether it be wanderers traveling to a trading hub,
never gets old when something blows up,
soldiers patrolling their respective territories, or even raiders hunting for treasure, there's a lot more to keep an eye open for now. Goodies is another standout, which not only reintroduces restored content that was left out of the vanilla game, but also introduces new changes, such as removing those pesky DLC pop-ups that appear when a new game is started, and instead only having them notify you once in-game conditions are met. Core gameplay changes have also been made, thanks to mods like Enhanced Movement, which is an entirely customizable movement expansion that includes sprinting, true diagonal movement, lean in, going prone, which is kind of a game changer for those stealth builds, and a lot more. Jam, or Just Assorted Mods, includes a bevy of quality of life updates, like a Fallout 4 style loot menu so the gameplay isn't interrupted while you pillage away, dynamic crosshairs depending on the weapon you're using, hit markers, and more, which, like many of the other mods on this list, are entirely customizable. Visuals have also slightly been reworked thanks to the efforts like Weather's Revised, which is an impressive overhaul of every weather effect across New Vegas and its DLCs, which aims to add beautifully contrasting natural hues alongside improved tone mapping, bloom, and atmospheric effects. The New Vegas animation overhaul sets out to reanimate nearly every single animation for almost every single weapon, melee attack, and throwable within New Vegas. Couple that with the smooth True Iron Sights camera mod, and you'll be left with an impressively polished gunplay experience without the awkward snapping and dated animations. All of these mods and more that we didn't have time to cover go to extraordinary lengths to enhance your Fallout New Vegas experience without compromising on your vanilla playthrough. So if you're looking to dive into New Vegas for the first time or revisit the strip for one last journey with Mr. House, you can't go wrong with Viva New Vegas. Have you got a favorite collection of Fallout New Vegas mods? If so, let us know in the comments down below. And if you're after more Fallout modding goodness, why not watch my video on the best way to play Fallout 3 and New Vegas in 2024, which covers the Begin Again mod list, which combines both games. But for everything Fallout modding and more, you're already in the right place with IGN.